Yes, Ugandans go back to the polls for local council leaders, while ICT Minister decries underfunding to the ICT Ministry. A very good evening to you, tuned in to UBC TV. Welcome to News Tonight, this Tuesday, the 27th of January 2026. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. We'll go straight to what we have for you, of course, with my colleague Elizabeth Nakakoni. Residents of Lubaga Division have cast vote to choose their next mayor, with early voting marked by delays, low turnout, and use of the biometric voter verification machines and allegations of military involvement in the electoral processes. We have details.
Lubaga has seen the effective use of the biometric voter verification machines. Mayors, including Berazi Mawuya of the National Unity Platform, voted at Kampala University Polling Center, while Kasibante Moses of the Democratic Front cast vote at Wakaliga Market Polling Station. Siraj Kifampa of People's Front for Freedom voted from Chitebi Primary School Polling Center.
We have been able to use the machine. The machines are quick, and I think it is very good. It's good to use the machines because you can't easily steal a vote where I've used the machine. So I would pray that next time also being with the machines, big machines, and so I will be able to protect the votes.
Election officials report a generally low voter turnout during the morning hours, with voters complaining about delays in opening of polling stations.
There is a rumor that is spreading that the people they vote for are not the ones that are being declared. So people are saying that these are just elections, not elections. So it's just a wastage of time.
To do is tell the voters the responsibilities, the functions of those particular positions of leadership that they are called upon to vote for. It never did that. So it is people don't know that service delivery is actually done at the local government units. It is not done at the parliament, it is not done at the presidency. So that is the work of the Electoral Commission, to sensitize people. It has to do what we call political sensitization.
That's the only solution. That's what you have to come and vote your leader, whom you think can give you a good service. Because if you don't vote your leader, you get a leader who will not do anything.
Voting at several centers started late due to the absence of the required 10 registered voters who must be present to witness the official opening of polling, as stipulated by the electoral law.
11. But I can count 5 polling stations that have not begun voting here at Chitebi Primary School, where I vote from, because they failed to get the 10 people to witness the opening of the boxes. But I was advising them that they should not be held ransom by the law.
The Electoral Commission has not created an awareness so that people get to know that they are voting the local councils. But yes, we have voted and we hope for the best.
In the Lubaga mayor race are emerging allegations of vote rigging and military personnel involvement, claims which authorities have not formally responded to. Cayenne Faith and Mayengo Joseph reporting for UBC.
In Kawempe Division, elections generally have been peaceful, although there were low voter turnout recordings, which residents attribute to the intimidation of voters in the area.
Today marks about 2 weeks since the kick of the 2026 general elections. The country has already witnessed elections of members of parliament, the president, mayors and local council 5 representatives, among others. Today, voters headed to the polls to elect municipality/city division chairpersons and councillors. Our team traversed several polling stations across Kawempe division. Generally, the situation has been calm with the use of biometric voter verification kits (BVVK). However, residents raised concerns over BVVK switching, where machines at some polling stations had to be replaced or moved to other locations.
Some boxes that are meant for Mogo zone we are taken to Ket Palau, and for the Ket Palau we are taken to Kiza, and for those of Kiza we are taken to Chilokole. So I think we request that the EC really fix up that problem.
The mayoral race in Kawempe division features the incumbent Dr. Emmanuel Serunjoji of the National Unity Platform (NUP), alongside other contenders including Latif Sebagala, who is running as independent, Frank Bulime of the NRM, and Eric Katendeng Njakasi, also an independent candidate. Dr. Serunjoji, who is seeking a third term, described the elections as generally fair but called on the government to investigate the low voter turnout. He also expressed concern over the security and protection of votes.
Yeah, the turn-up is not amusing, and we know the factors which contributes to the low turn-up. You can tell the intimidations. Some people are saying we are going to go away with the boxes, the ballot boxes.
Abalonzo olwaleero turn-up eri very low.
The two-term incumbent voiced dissatisfaction with the level of security deployment, noting that if the government boasts of adequate security, more personnel should have been deployed to protect the electoral process. Despite the competition, Serunjoji says he remains confident of victory, citing his achievements in the division, including infrastructure development and the clearing of drainage channels in Kawempe.
The people of Kawempe have already tested my ability to perform. The services I've offered. Right now I'm standing in front of a new building that we have just constructed, which is a testimony. And with the infrastructure, the roads, the drainages.
Charity Marion Imnat and Kenneth Tanava reporting for UBC News.
Elections for the mayor in Entebbe municipality and councillors have suffered a major setback of low voter turnout, just like we're hearing in other areas, which voters have attributed to a heavy downpour, which affected movements of eligible voters to their respective polling stations. Despite the setback, this time round, electoral officials in Entebbe municipality used the voter verification biometric machines to ascertain the real identity of voters before they started the exercise. Less commotion and complaints were registered in many of the polling stations in Entebbe.
And councillors in Entebbe municipality commenced late in all the 74 polling stations due to a heavy downpour, which attracted a low voter turnout. The Electoral Commission officers in Entebbe municipality this time around used the voter verification biometric machines in ascertaining particulars of a voter before voting.
The whole process did not take me more than 2 minutes, so we don't see any reason. Well, it rained very early in the morning, heavily. I think that slowed us down, and in some places the machines had failed to work. But in many places they're working, and we are hoping that we're going to see the best.
We call upon our community to come and show up to vote their leaders of their choice.
The candidates applauded the Electoral Commission for using the BVVK machines, which addressed the would-be illegalities that befell the other electoral exercise last week.
So we believe that the machines are working very well now, and we believe that everything is going to move smoothly, and we should not worry. Even if they fail, they are the registers. So
every voter who made it to the polling station would be subjected to a face screen to ensure the actual voter and verification of the national identity card to confirm the polling station before casting their votes. The newly elected MP of Entebbe municipality, Stephen Gashaija, and NRM leaders in Entebbe remained optimistic on a sizable voter turnout.
we call upon all of you to turn up in big numbers, come and exercise your right, come and see that the National Resistance Movement pushes for democracy, peace and security. Please come in, vote, have no fear, everything is going to move very well.
So at least to experience the
There are 5 candidates contesting for Entebbe municipality mayor's seat, namely the incumbent Fabrice Ruhinda, NRM, Richard Sechondo on NUP ticket, Michael Mutebi, Independent, Serada Umar Shafik, DP, and Lukomwa Deo, DF.
And in the Kampala Central Division mayoral race turned into a heated up contest in several areas, with candidates openly vowing to defeat their rivals. Some candidates complained about voters failing to use the biometric machines instead of the manual registers, a situation that led to delays in commencement of the polling exercise.
Six candidates are contesting for the Kampala Central Division mayoral seat. They include Salimu Uhuru Nsubuga of the NRM, Moses Katabu of the NUP, Siraje Mutiaba, Hanifu Ampungu, Patrick Mugisha, and Chimasu Muhindo representing the DF. The fiercest contest is widely seen to be between NRM Salimu Uhuru Nsubuga and NUP's Moses Katabu. NRM candidate Salimu Uhuru Nsubuga cast his ballot first at Nachivubo Blue and vowed to take the day's victory.
We are here at Blue Room Station, and this is my original place of birth. This is where I'm born originally. So I've come, I'm excited, I have no pressure because we have come to express, the people are going to come and express their choice of candidate they want. However, the turn-up has been good and it will be better than the one of the Lord Mayor. But I'm more confident and I believe in the freedom of choice. So I'll call you guys in the evening, you come and we see what comes out in the box. But we are coming out as winners, and this is the second gift I'm giving the NRM.
Meanwhile, NUP candidate Moses Katabu voted at Bulange B amid tensions involving NRM supporters. Although he managed to cast his vote, he later lamented what he described as a fraud in the election process.
Tebalina kye bakoze kyanjawulo electoral commission okulonda kutandise essaawa 5:00 n'awamu nga Hoima Road essaawa zino zigenda 7 tewannaba kutandika kulonda. Ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 nawandikira electoral commission ne mpandikira ne returning officer ne division returning officer ne mbategeeza ku mbeera eri mu Kampala Central ne ntegeeza ne polling stations ezimu enkyamu. Nina abaana 6 bonna babakubye bali mu clinic.
However, he was whisked away from the polling grounds amid the commotion. Outrage erupted among voters in Chisenyi after an electoral commission official insisted on the use of biometric machines, which voters said slowed down the exercise instead of the manual register.
Kirala machine, nina information nti bagenda kubutta wano mu Kampala Central. Essaawa 8 bwe zinaatuuka baagala kutta machine. Babenga batandika okukozesa effujjo lyabwe.
The tense situation prompted leaders, including Chairman Sadan Salimu Uhuru, to intervene, after which the election was resumed.
Tuse mu budde naddala machine twafunye challenge ya machine but twakatandika zidi saawa 5. So already tuli late 2 hours, over 3 hours. N'awalala bitambudde bulungi. Just wano ewange era mbuuza oba kiki babadde isi ebadde tenjagaliza obuwanguzi buno ne nsigadde kumanyika abantu
nga tulina okusoomoozebwa wano okulonda kwakyereyeemu olwa ebyuma bya isi nti bayagadde okukozesa kamera naye abantu bateekako 10 nga ziganye okwakitinga n'embeera eyazzeeko ne basalawo okulonda kugende mu maaso. Kulonda ate bwe kugenze mu maaso w'olabidde Seke memba Meya Uhuru wajjidde wano ng'ate wazzeewo embeera endala egamba ti ate baddemu bakozesa ebyuma ebyagaanye okukola kati ne kireeta pulobulemu eri abantu.
Meanwhile, a DF candidate Muhindo Kimasu allegedly complained of irregularities he witnessed and was forcefully chased away from the polling station.
Musanyufu n'ebyo bigenda mu maaso walaayi.
Biki ebigenda mu maaso?
Ebigenda mu maaso bingi. Nesimbye okuba division mayor Kampala Central. Era nze nondera musauli yako naye kati nva mu Kisenyi. Naye ebiri mu Kisenyi balesa abayaaye batukuba abawagizi baffe tebagala balonde kati ekiddako naffe tugenda leeta gaali na bijambia era kye kiddako kati.
Siraje Mutiaba, a boda leader and one of the contenders for the Kampala Central mayoral seat, cast his vote at the old Kampala Senior Secondary School grounds.
Zokuneta ennyo kya boda omulimu guganya okutereera olw'okuba nti abakulembeze abali mu ofiisi ezirina obuyinza tebakoze kisoboka okulaba nga omulimu guno bannayuganda bagwenyumirizaamu. Naddala abavuzi ba bodaboda beetaaga kuteekateeka. Bw'otunuulira abasuubuzi nga bakaaba emisolo emingi, naddala ebizimbe, Land Road n'ateeka ebizimbe ku bbeeyi yonna enene bwetyo.
Meanwhile, councillors for the division have also been elected. Amwai Vanjuko and Mike Bakabulindi for UBC.
The whereabouts of National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, stating that he is not a threat to national security. The Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, told UBC that government acknowledges the inconvenience caused by the partial shutdown of the internet services. He confirms that internet services have fully been restored. Baryomunsi also issued a statement on the post-election situation in the country, as Ivan Kawa reports.
Government has justified the partial internet shutdown during the 15th January 2026 presidential and parliamentary elections. Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, told UBC that security agencies intercepted plans by suspected actors to spread misinformation and disinformation using the internet. So far, internet services have been fully restored.
Government has a duty to balance economic interests but also security interests. And when we looked at it, we knew there would be losses, but again, it was important to disrupt the digital service, the internet, for the sake of security, the security of you and I.
The minister adds that some suspects linked to election-related violence are already facing trial in court. He also clarified the government's position on the whereabouts of the National Unity Platform President, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, stating that he is not a threat to national security.
He is not wanted by the state. He is not wanted by police or any state institution. If he has chosen to go into hiding, that is his decision. And we are not bothered.
I am not in my home because I still want to be able to speak to you like I'm doing. I'm not in my home because my life is threatened.
We know where he is. If we wanted him, we would get him. But at the moment, nobody wants him. So if he hides, whether in a banana plantation or in somebody's home or wherever, that is his freedom to go into hiding.
Baryomunsi further says the government is aware of political actors allegedly collaborating with foreign agents in attempts to destabilize the country.
No one will destabilize Uganda. The future direction and destiny of Uganda shall continue to be determined by Ugandans themselves through constitutional and democratic processes as provided.
Meanwhile, government clarifies that despite technical glitches experienced on the biometric voter verification kits during the presidential and parliamentary polls, the kits are fully being utilized in the ongoing lower local government elections.
So the reason why we are introducing technology is to ensure that we observe the one person, one vote principle. But the technocrats will tell us what could have happened.
Overall, the number of citizens who did not vote increased to 10 million in 2026, up from 8 million in 2021, despite registered voters rising from 10 million in 2021 to 21 million in 2026.
So we have to study clearly what is demotivating Ugandans from going to cast the ballot. If I take my own example...
Ugandans have been advised to resume normal work as lower local government elections continue nationwide. Ivan Kahwa, Rogers Komagum, UBC News.
Welcome home to entertainment. To Wi-Fi everywhere. To high-speed internet. security. To first-class support. To convenience. Welcome home to MTN WakaNet, superior internet for every home. Visit www.mtn.co.ug/WakaNet. Welcome home. Together, we're unstoppable.
Unisteel Investment Uganda Limited, shaping the future of steel in East Africa and beyond. With an investment of over $100 million and a production capacity of 300,000 metric tons per annum, Unisteel is setting new standards in steel manufacturing. At our state-of-art facility, we produce TMX rebars, branded Unis TMX 500 CWR, and high-quality wire rods using only imported virgin steel billets. Every batch is tested and tracked for unmatched quality assurance. Our steel powers the region's most ambitious projects, from dams, skyscrapers, to bridges and beyond. Unisteel, superior quality, trustworthy choice.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't go.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100*21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Oh, baby change.
Mommy is sick again. We need money for the hospital.
Bambi, chijjakugwa. Kale.
From your hands abroad to their hearts at home, send and receive money with Wendy in partnership with Western Union. Download the Wendy app on Google Play or App Store, or dial *229# to send, receive, and pay your bills at the lowest cost.
Happy birthday to you, mommy.
Wendy Wonawoli.
For watching, and welcome back from the break. Ministry of ICT and National Guidance is seeking funding of approximately 318.53 billion Uganda shillings for the financial year 2026-27. They object to the proposed budget of 273.277 billion Uganda shillings for the institution as per the National Budget Framework Paper. The Minister for ICT, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, cites underfunding, calling upon the Budget Committee of Parliament to approve the fully required amount to ensure ICT priorities for infrastructure planning, development and deployment are realized.
The Ministry of ICT and Line Agencies, including UBC, NITAU, UCC, have appeared before the Parliamentary Committee on ICT to defend its budget framework paper.
How did the minister now see?
Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, says the sector seeks over 300 billion shillings to ensure adequate digital transformation nationwide for the financial year 2026-2027.
As a ministry, we are not well funded. In the current financial year, we run a budget of about 380 billion Uganda shillings, and the proposed budget for the next financial year is about 270 billion, which is the reduction from what we have, and yet the economy now is built on digital services, and there is a need to invest more in the ICT.
Baryomunsi says the country is likely to achieve a smart city digitally.
And the move now is to move from rudimentary, manual, traditional systems into IT-enabled environments where service delivery is hinged on smart digital activities. For instance, payment system, services managed like traffic. How is traffic being managed? What are the systems for waste management?
To improve service delivery of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Ministry of Finance has been empowered to increase funding.
The President has been very clear that the UBC should be funded to the tune of a minimum of 30 billion shillings per year in the budget. But we have not yet realized that with the finance. The President is the #1 citizen who religiously believes and watches UBC. And he gave us a directive to elevate it to the level of Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, that level. That's the directive he gave us.
If they are requesting for more funding, I think these are areas that we should prioritize because it is important. There are things that we see, things that we hear.
On poor connectivity of hard-to-reach areas, the ministry clarifies.
We are, for instance, building the national backbone infrastructure which extends the internet to the countryside, data centers, there are infrastructure being built. And that one, traditionally, we have been constructing masts and towers in those areas.
Science, technology, ICT and innovation is a major area for Uganda to achieve the 10-fold growth strategy by 2040. Rebecca Nantongo, Susan Nabgude for UBC News.
The Revenue Authority is seeking 40.7 billion funding to upgrade its revenue mobilization digital systems in the next financial year 2026-27 as the Budget Committee of Parliament scrutinizes the National Budget Framework Paper of the financial year that's the coming financial year. There was need for additional funding for URA to boost its revenue mobilization strategy. The committee, chaired by Patrick Isiaji, spent half of the afternoon receiving reports from different parliamentary committees.
Parliament is holding back-to-back committee sessions to scrutinize the government's economic policies, priorities and budget plans for the next financial year 2026-2027. The Parliamentary Committee on Budget, chaired by Kachumbala County MP Patrick Isiaji, listened to various reports from a section of committee chairpersons. The Finance Committee informed the MPs of the need for 40.7 billion to be provided to URA to ensure upgrade of its digital systems, including IFRIS and digital tax systems accordingly.
Support and maintenance services for efficient revenue mobilization, communication links, hardware, software, support, application support and upgrades.
But if you left them where they are, they will collect only what they have. But they are saying, give us 40 billion so that we improve our systems and be able to collect more 4 trillion.
The Office of the Auditor General seeks 7 billion to replace the aging fleet and about 10 billion to recruit more staff. The basis has been fronted that the scope of the audit has expanded, including parish development model and the oil and gas sector.
A total of 65% of OAG fleet is due for disposal and 20% is due for replacement in the next 2 years.
The inadequate fleet and staff also touch the PPDA agency, which seeks over 20 billion shillings in the next financial year.
The PPDA faces capacity gaps, overseeing Uganda's entire procurement system under the PPDA Act.
The Minister of East African Community Affairs wants over 6 billion to sensitize Ugandans on the need for EAC political integration and to ensure that Kiswahili is part of the national language.
We are looking at operational efficiency at the 12 one-stop border posts enhanced, and then 4 sensitization engagements to build the capacity of private sector actors on trade risk management and compliance with ESE Common Market Protocol undertaken. This enhances the knowledge and capacity of SMEs to manage trade.
Because as we quote, slow as it is, the day will come when all those borders will open. We only pray that refiners are still around. So sensitization is the key to prepare our citizen.
The Budget Committee also noted concerns by the State House that the graduates under the Presidential Skilling Program need startup capital. The MPs on the Budget Committee questioned the source of the public debt figure presented by the Finance Committee, standing at 118 trillion shillings. This, according to Kira Municipality MP Ibrahim Semujunganda, is questionable.
So the debt to GDP ratio becomes now very difficult to calculate because you're calculating against first of all, the figure of the debt itself keeps changing. So I wanted to find out both those figures and the source of this information, but also the base for calculating the ratio.
We got them from the Ministry of Finance, and particularly the debt sustainability report from the Ministry of Finance. And they are a monopoly of this source. We can only engage them if we have to understand the details. But this is what was provided.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
The Chief Magistrate's Court in Kasese has halted the recount process for 3 polling stations in Busongora's County South. On Friday, the 23rd of January, the Chief Magistrate, George Mfutendinda, ordered for a recount for the 3 polling stations: Jabez Primary School A2K, St. Jude Primary School A2K, and St. Peter's Primary School compound, all in Katwe, Kavatoro Town Council. After realizing that the ballot boxes were tampered with, he advised the applicant to take other legal actions.
Kathika, who filed the application for the recount of Busongola South County, stressed that the seals of the boxes were broken.
The court assigned today as the day when we shall be recounting. Unfortunately, when the first 3 boxes were brought to court, the seals were tampered with, and today in the morning, the law requires that the person who's supposed to take custody and the safety of these materials is the returning officer.
Kathika, however, requested his supporters to remain calm and promised to take further steps in looking for justice.
I promised them that if they give me their vote and it is stolen, I will follow it and recover the victory. I have started the struggle. I only need your prayers and life.
Muzenero Juma and Barozi Frank Asimwe, both candidates who participated as independents in the recently concluded Busongola South general elections, sought justice in the matter.
They counted me with 0. That means I did not vote myself. You get it? According to the declarations I saw, that they declared the victor, the winner, my polling station lines 0-0. It means I did not vote myself, my mother did not vote me, my brother did not vote me.
But when it came to Mbaju's side, according to the declaration forms from all polling stations in the constituency, it was clear that Mbaju won, honestly. But at the point of announcements, they announced a different case.
In the meantime, David Isimbwa Mulindwa, who was declared the winner of the Busongola South County seat, says the results are clear.
One of my disappointments are I can never ever satisfy Jackson Mbaju, not until he sees it to the box. I will never, or whoever, either the courts of law, anybody will never, Jackson Mbaju will never get satisfied until he sees it to the box. I myself, I wanted to prove to him that perhaps allegations can never be truthful.
UBC News Tonight. Let's take a short break.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for silk vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends it to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
The Ministry of Works and Transport, in collaboration with the Uganda Police Force, is rolling out the mandatory motor vehicle inspection services as one of the interventions to improve road safety, protect the environment, and safeguard the health and well-being of the public. The key items for inspection are the braking system, suspension system, the lighting system, the exhaust emissions, and the general mechanical conditions of the vehicles, among others. The exercise has commenced for all government vehicles, public service vehicles PSVs, operating on fixed routes with route charts, private omnibuses PMOs, tourist vehicles, and those as may be referred by the Uganda Police Force in a dangerous mechanical condition. Other categories including private vehicles, light omnibuses, taxis, trucks and motorcycles will begin on a date to be communicated by the Minister of Works and Transport. The vehicle inspection centers are Kawanda on Bombo Road and Namamve on Jinja Road for motorcycles, light and heavy vehicles, Nabingo on Masaka Road and Namulanda on Entebbe Road for motorcycles and light vehicles. Mbale, Gulu and Bara inspection centers are for all categories of vehicles. The inspection fees have been significantly reduced to ensure compliance. Get your vehicles ready for inspection. Safer vehicles, safer road users, safer journeys. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Works and Transport.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Welcome home to entertainment. To Wi-Fi everywhere. To high-speed internet. To security. To first-class support. To convenience. Welcome home to MTN WakaNet, superior internet for every home. Visit www.mtn.co.ug/WakaNet. Welcome home. Together, we are unstoppable.
UBC News tonight. Now, in news coming in a Jury County election in the Leptong district, Government Chief Whip Hamson Obua has lost the parliamentary seat to UPC's Jalameso Fred. The returning officer, Michael Lobe, announced the UPC candidate, Jalameso Fred, who garnered 16,336 votes, beating the Government Chief Whip Obua, who polled 15,568 votes. Other candidates, Ongome Manuel Okwel of FDC polled 2,874. Moro Tom Jasper got, who was an independent, got 1,585, while Omar Stephen, another independent, got 519 votes. Whereas today, re-election of the 18 polling stations was won by Hamson Obua. It could not close the difference from the previous vote result of the 15th of January 2026.
Officer for electoral district, and in accordance with section 77, subsection 1 of the Parliamentary Election Act, Cap 177, I declare Jalame Sofred, who has obtained the largest number of votes, to be the elected candidate for a Ajuri County constituency electoral district.
Fred.
UPC. Jima tena. Oh, UPC. Hayo. UPC.
The newly elected member of parliament of Ajuri County, today is a very meritorious moment that I only want to dedicate this day to the Almighty God. Without him, it wouldn't have been possible. And above all, to everyone who has contributed directly and indirectly, I owe this success to God and to all of us. Today, I'm not speaking much. I am just delighted, extremely happy to have received this hard-fought victory. Whatever God has prepared for you, may God bless all of us. I say thank you once again.
Maybe very briefly, for your voters of Ajuri, what does this win mean for them?
Thank you very much, the people of Ajuri. I am highly indebted to all of you for making me a better choice. Not that I'm a better person, but because you read through my manifesto and you found that it is worth buying. And I'm saying I will stick to that.
The Electoral Commission has prayed the Supreme Court to dismiss a presidential election petition filed by National Peasants Party President or candidate Robert Kasimante, insisting that President Yoweri Museveni was duly elected. In its response to the petition, the Commission, through an affidavit sworn by its chairperson, Justice Simon Byabaka Mamugenyi, says that the 15th January 2026 presidential election was conducted in substantial compliance with the Constitution and electoral laws.
By declares, the elected president declares candidate Yoweri Museveni.
The Electoral Commission chairperson Justice Simon Byabaka Mamugenyi has defended President Yoweri Museveni's victory. He wants the Supreme Court to dismiss a presidential election petition filed by National Peasants Party candidate Robert Kasimante with costs. In an affidavit sworn in support of the Commission's response, Justice Byabaka dismissed the allegations of electoral malpractice, violence, voter bribery, lack of independence, misuse of state resources, and procedural irregularity, describing them as vague, speculative, and unsupported by evidence. The Commission confirms that the presidential election was held on January 15, 2026, and the results were declared on January 17th within the constitutional mandate of 48 hours. The Electoral Commission further argues that Kasimante has failed to demonstrate any legal grievance under Article 104 of the Constitution and Section 61 of the Presidential Election Act. Justice Byabaka maintains that the Commission operated independently, impartially, and professionally On allegations of violence and intimidation, the Commission states that the election period was generally peaceful. The Electoral Commission further noted that Kasibante was provided with the state-funded security, including a campaign vehicle and 16 police officers, which enabled him to campaign freely without restriction. Addressing claims of partisan conducted by security agencies, the Commission insisted that both Uganda Police Force and the Uganda People's Defence Forces UPDF were lawfully deployed. On allegations of voter bribery and corruption, the Electoral Commission denies receiving complaints implicating the incumbent president or his agents. The Commission also responded to the allegations that it failed to properly gazette polling stations, which Kasibante claims affected the election results. In responding, the Commission undertook a nationwide polling station splitting exercise, increasing the number of polling stations to 50,739. On the integrity of the National Voters Register, the Commission claims that it conducted a nationwide update, verification display and objection exercise between January and May 2025 and unveiled all presidential candidates' copies of the register and the final polling station lists. The Electoral Commission has also defended the use of biometric voter verification machines. The Commission further maintains that vote counting, tallying and declaration of results were conducted transparently at polling stations in the presence of candidates' agents, with results declared within the constitutional timeline. These, among other grounds, the Electoral Commission has asked the Supreme Court to dismiss Kasibante's petition and award costs to the respondents. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansubuga, UBC News.
For watching. That is all we had for you at this point. Let's get back at 10 p.m. with another arrangement. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa, Elizabeth Nakakun and the whole team. Let's catch you there.
Inspiring Uganda.
PDM, changing lives.
Erangi karorwa lokure Agnes abuniti angalasa kwa ngole bokoi na town Medi Farmers Group ngola town council. Etala karita no wo ya pukwa na galo to manguna bukiti ya to mana kiyarakan. Ani arai. Aloto mange delinga ngulu apa ni za to riam na aloto man ko di grupo. Apa ni zo ya una nge delinga ngulu. Kisti ya zo aloroti ni ngulu alala. Ape mono. Abga ya nge delinga lugu. Ogela na bo olem na bo eta kware kaman kwar. Aki muju dang na bo riam abu ogela. Kingara kinang kadwe abwa ngoria mungunang atomunikan kape ogela ngape wai watashan kade ye ka ko kupe ne dio misini ya 2 ye pe ne dio misini ya 6 ye na ngude ngule dio mete primary ngule na gitongi kan abwa watashan de lugu e balance ya ke kidi wai dika ngoni alostowa ani to kana ngi shedelinga abwa ngada ye pe wai kesh ko na ngedelinga ngule pe dore abiye na kitare e kama ni kwarnege ka du pana rechi mototo ani ara loto mai mototo una kipupi za juja na to ma TV e boko kitai bore da dangne pedori ya ngara kina ko nikiyar idi za oda da kwan kari mo jonga kitare nyoni akitare ngi mototo in ani ara yetu na ni lo diyo na kwa pangini si tamara be mototo e mototo logo kwa itia otaringa gwe ikwa ngoni ngina lo story ambarara ani ngoli kini ngata mar kwa itia mototo no we e bitongolo gwa kine yoku gwa kitare wa ni kipakinga gwa na kilo chupai e pedori ya ngara kina kai kiyar ke akakal etala karitano ya pukani ngina Museveni ni ara bore ngini ti eta Museveni to makari mojong ingedi tungana ngini ngoli kenta dalo to makari mojong atemarebe ade uni akuju Museveni anguna ka kitete uni nkari mojong anguna ka le muni nkari mojong alo to makironut ni ara ko cholo dek ngolo president buni ya bala bete dikidi ngaye pedori nkari mojong tede kina nkari mojong ka kesha bangao na i Museveni abu Museveni kiti anguna ka umakin eta cha Museveni kari mojong ngedi ko na ngana ngana reng rukudei ngedi ko na kinu ne da light ngedi ko na yaw na ngedi ngalu PDM ngulu to na kedi ngara kedi doa kai kidi turo ke da no way ikla kara so no way ko tere ya kadi ko tu ko di Museveni nguna itiata to makari mojong ikitata me pitongole ma kina kistiyere nginyo mene da dang ule pedorta akite yara ki yara itunganan ikwa kona kitare ngana angamo ke mogo ikitata kintu doa ikwa ngarunyeto ikwa to kona kitare ngimare ache paki itungani boko lipa kenta za kujute marai kidara kuja ke ki yara pakana mojong paka ki konkong ere ki cholo ngolo keng era tari do no change alo to makari mojong ko ri do ngaber ido no wo ikituro rido yako di kapoloni kituro rido yako di president ani ara huna itiya ngedi ngona ata muntor tari ngaber to ko na ala kale akodi e mam nyoro ko do ngaber boko be kile ngedi wari ti bori dadang aber da ya kauno tori apa kingene pedor tori akwaru ni bore ngine pedor ya kidi ngara kine ke akal ne pedor ya kidi ngara kine kedwe kori una ayawu bore na ke bore kina to mala kale anyotunga ayawu apuponor ngina ko na iboyere da lo to man kudi kale iki yaw ni yongo ne kita yo ko ni bore ele mari akula ko ngina de ke yakaro la kale ayo alo to ma atamare be mama chumbi hebe mam benyoni na iti aye yakatari ya kon rungeti yakatari yo kon mogo yakatari yo kon mototo itubu niro ya pe tagete mototo ya to gela gelu ya uto gelu yo eskwari gela gi yon ko ndo a chumbi na ino woy eli pa kaya yang akituku ka to mala kay to ko si alo to makari mojong eli pa yung no way eli pa ngo ekidil bu ekidil kari mojong ne pedor tan kari mojong atamune atemar era te kwangin na yi akitare kubu akidinga tungana tameta ke chatemar ele maria akitare ele maria kulako alakali ayok.
Many other enterprising individuals have pooled their PDM resources to invest in a range of high-value crops, from maize and beans to sorghum and piggery. The results have been nothing short of transformative, as these farmers reap bountiful harvests that are generating much-needed income for their families and communities.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
And the exciting moments we experience.
Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's what you feel in the gentle caress of tropical wind from the mountaintops. And the glow in your heart from a warm neighborly invite. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Dear viewers, from wherever you're watching us from, we're coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. My name is Sandra Kamundi. We're welcoming you back for those of you who have been out there voting. Thank you for exercising your right to vote as a citizen of the Republic of Uganda. And of course, the team here at the National Broadcaster has been here to inspire and give you those updates as they were unfolding each day as people went out to tally. And congratulations to those who went through as leaders. We salute you. And for those of you who never went through, take heart. God has. And the entire team here, we salute His Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President-elect, President of the Republic of Uganda, for going through. If it were possible, would all flood State House to come and congratulate you as a national broadcaster. And like has been going around, teaching us about Uganda and the beauty that we have in our motherland. That is a talk that we're here to have in tonight's conversation, a special edition coming your way that is to do with tourism. And while it's an interesting conversation, better sit down and relax because you're going to enjoy this particular one that we bring for you tonight. Looking at tourism in general, how have we benefited as Uganda, and not forgetting the world over? I know it stands out amongst all other sectors when it comes to the economy itself. And we shall zero it down to faith-based tourism. We've been preaching about domestic tourism, encouraging us Ugandans to go out. Have you tried to go out and enjoy the Pearl of Africa? Well, myself, I've had an opportunity to go out, being at different national parks. Queen Elizabeth, you know, there is a Blue Lake in there, there's a Bat Cave, going out, doing the game drives itself, enjoying Lake Bunyonyi, the deepest lake that we have in Uganda. There are lots of stories that come through when you go to such destinations. I've had an opportunity to visit and see the lake that is there having in the form of a map of Africa. So it's really amazing when you go out and have and speaking about the faith-based tourism itself, I've had an opportunity to go out and visit Namgongo shrines. Have you tried to go out? Well, our conversation today, I have interesting guests with me in studio, and they're going to help me, expand so much as far as the faith-based tourism is concerned. Maybe just giving you a brief fact about tourism itself. It's one of the most dynamic sectors in the global economy, with over 1.5 billion international trips recorded, that is in 2025, and Africa among the fastest growing regions. Now, despite this growth, only a small fraction of Uganda's visitors currently travel for spiritual or faith-based reasons, even though sites like Namugongo attract millions each year. Now, for us this evening, we want to explore how faith-based tourism, particularly around the Uganda matters, represents an untapped economic opportunity for the country. Could Uganda transform this pilgrim movement into a year-round tourism engine that boosts local businesses, spreads benefits beyond Kampala itself, and put Uganda firmly on the map of global pilgrimage tourism? Now, when you look around the world, many of us, we have sisters, or we've had people, or we've had those close to us trying to save money to go and visit Mecca itself. You've had others travel to go to Jerusalem. They want to go to Israel and look out and see how Jerusalem feels like. Others do save money. You've had those around you talk about the Vatican. They go as far as the Vatican is concerned, loudest in Europe. And thousands of them do save each and every single year. Now, giving you facts right there, you'll see those who go to Mecca for the Hijjah, at least 1.6 to 1.8 million annual pilgrimage, annual mandatory pilgrimage for